Hello, Chris Cuomo, Primetime. You have recorded, confessed, and demonstrated sources. Interbranch involved racketeering with former director of the FBI, Robert Luskin. Involved sequence racketeering and styles of lying, pretending not to realize that with the uses of Muller and Comey. Recorded involved with, you know, with sequence racketeering, with all kinds of natures of racketeering, with a bunch of nations, and your sources interbranch on and off CCSU. Author also recorded, confessed, and demonstrated with judges involved with racketeering on and off CCSU and on and off Trinity College connected. Also, people on and off UConn connected with racketeering, criminal uses of interages of campuses connected, like, for example, through each of the natures of the departments of the campuses maintained from off campuses criminally foreign influence, uses of database racketeering, illusion stacking used for to keep criminally foreign influence roles, for example, fact cheating nature sequence racketeering styles, preventing mandated law with your sequence shifts while you're pretending not to realize by pretending to be legitimate treatments of Mueller and Comey, while right through administrations you are racketeering with former director of the FBI, crime rolls with your sources with election spots, with CCSU involved with racketeering of worse than war crimes, uses of Trade Center kept where they're worse than negotiated with terrorism originally, and still not by accident with us not having enough jobs at the same time where you have the jobs pretended value for a fact cheap nature racket and the styles of methods of crimes with evidences, with evidence reception. Now, see, you guys preventing mandated laws and your styles speaking through others are used by a crime method, and that's a recorded evidence. But you're preventing mandated law with your interbranch sources already invested to act racketeering acts with their databases, forging names, switching names, criminal uses of state's attorneys, their roles with DACA through time and for other programs, people associated with the state police, their reports of a shooting, and people associated with a Vega family, and the person reported shot. In other words, the person reported shot, and the Weathersfield Police Department, and the location of that is recorded, confessed, and demonstrated with News Crime Acts clicks. I'm not saying that is real. They have fake news. They stole. Those are people involved with identity theft against me, sequence racketeering, but they're recorded, confessed, and demonstrated involved with racketeering with people on and off. They confirmed racketeering with people on and off CCSU involved, pretending to perceive things through time by having people act. Also involved with overt criminal enterprises, the same ones also influencing the same things. So sometimes it's the interbranch influencing the criminally to pretend to perceive things and to pretend to record things. Sometimes it's the overt criminal enterprise, and all the time it's together. Overt criminal enterprise, I mean, foreign and domestic military also recorded, confessed on and off CCSU. A whole bunch of people associated with West Farms Mall involved with racketeering, identity thefts, sequence shifts, crime acts, rules, and uses of people that come up and make confessions. They have confessions involved with racketeering with the interbranch identity theft clicks, falsified police reports, fake recorded things in the databases interbranch associated with vertical and horizontal database illusion stacking and crime methods associated tied to that are exploiting it on and off campus is already involved with that originally and still. We have all formal fact cheating natures incapable of defending what they call integrity and science's and themselves from science's voice with correlation and with sequence truth. So we have the sequence racketeering recorded, confessed, and demonstrated involved with your sources with that are crime methods against Paul Mannafort, criminal uses of CCSU for their crime acts roles since before the Trade Center attack, as people involved with former director of the FBI Robert Luskin, his lawyer Robert Chevery, people in that area recorded, confessed, and demonstrated as the ones involved with the Justice Department racketeering with the interbranch family members in my area. Military in my area, criminally foreign influence, crime acts roles with other nations, militaries, even Kuwait, leading up to and in the Trade Center attack context criminally. I'm not using any of that stuff recorded. I'm talking about other natures of crimes. A proven sequence shift inside the Ninth Circuit right before the Trade Center attack showed um, the panel of judges post-dated documents from inside. Now, that proven led up to a 2006 case with former director of the FBI. Now, they also use influences over my extended family members, to pretend to perceive things and to pretend to record things leading up to in that instance. Like, for example, with Middletown police forms, their uses of this guy associated with like real dining places, working with them, those places associated with police forms, the shared policing of like the facades of businesses, little things like that. Those things associated, for example, with Nipsey Hussle's language regarding those little facades of businesses and gangs and things like that. Now, see, those are people involved with Justice Department racketeering, all tied to the interbranch private, involved criminal enterprises with them, involved with private ones still self-valued, involved shared policing of nations, involved racketeering with overt criminal enterprises, private ones still. Other methods and natures of crimes recorded. You guys aren't following mandated law. You guys can't see, you guys can't discern that and how there are actually recorded fake care and formal fake righteous indignation against the people, with the people stacking in New York City, intercampuses of each age and nature. You can't see the racketeering. You can't discern that there is racketeering with the different types of education exploited as fake difference, fake sides. Boxings, realize. Please be child tribes. Please man up. Chris Cuomo. Please respond for CNN's racketeering roles against mandated law. You got your sources are recorded and confessed and demonstrated interbranch sick natures, crimes against Paul Mannafort, against people tied to him, which demonstrates it. There's people involved with racketeering with Russians, involved with them with child sex offenders, which demonstrates much. With rape crimes, rape threats, Facebook uses for sexual offenders forced, per the rape threats rolls with it with New Britain Superior Court. With various natures of campuses, Facebook pages used for crimes with child sex offenders, the youngest campuses. Crime methods, clicks through time having been recorded, confessed, and demonstrate. They can make confessions and demonstrations, recorded crime acts with overt criminal enterprises, and at the same time applying to records things that pretend they're tied to people, pretend they know people that they don't, stealing identity roles with overt criminal enterprise while they're trying to pretend to be against such. For example, too, there's Joshua Julian, all kinds of sequence racketeering, all kinds of fake behavior and fake emotions and passions, crime roles with interbranch family members, criminal justice cliques tied to them with crimes through the other kids, and with criminal uses of their own sick natures. We have sick natures of child abuse, also with the people supposed to be against that, furthering it. As people involved with all kinds of natures of drug racketeering, intercities, on off Fox Connecticut News, involved with the North End of Hartford shootings, the same people with the police families, like two Mendes police, two Domain families, their family members, and people associated with this criminally. A whole bunch of people with uses of this Hamilton guy and this Wesleyan College in Middletown, involved with families from Wethersfield into Branch Private, and doctors of different various natures involved with identity thefts, fake conversations with people, racketeering with houses on Church Street in Old Wethersfield, all the way from there up to CCSU/Paul Mannafort Drive. They're recorded, confessed, and demonstrated state police. A whole bunch of people involved with all the boxing gyms recorded involved with racketeering with the same people, House/S, directly and indirectly connect to roles with the child sex offenders roles, campus further. Sammy Vega is also recorded, confessed, and demonstrated involved with Confederate flag themed people, involved with interbranch racketeering, people with prison cliques involved with racketeering, foreign and domestic military police, their family members involved racketeering, also with AT&T, as the people also on and off New Haven FBI, on and off locations downtown Hartford, shared policing that, stage streams from CCSU involved criminally through time, uses of that, whole bunch of identity racketeering, fake conversations, fake time ties to me, sequence shift roles with people at the end of the Brooklyn Turnpike, with all the golf courses, not just that golf course I didn't even go to, recorded, confessed, and demonstrated criminally involved. All kind of people with the leaderships of the prisons, their family members recorded, confessed, and demonstrated how involved with the racketeering on and off CCS ship, with the training of police officers used to keep them criminally foreign influence, crime acts roles with overt criminal enterprises, a whole bunch of places on and off the routes, like going into Hartford, not just the Burl Turnpike, not just the graveyard place at the end of it too. Cedar Hill Cemetery too. Recorded, confessed, and demonstrated used by people in my town, pretending to know me behind my back to my family members, sustained ways through time. These are with Mendez police, a whole bunch of people tied to a Mendez police and to a Phil Colo and to a Scalora family recorded, confessed, and demonstrated all kinds of natures of crime with Weatherfield police in my area, even forcing themselves into my house with no warrant, and they're recorded, confessed, and demonstrated with the various natures of judges that are involved with you criminally here, Chris Cuomo. Till you follow mandated law, you're with the crime method of pretending not to realize everyone's speaking to other criminally. You look at New York City, those impositions upon them, self value that you guys have exploited so long. Why make us beg? Fix your fake news, CNN. Please respond for your sources, interbranch, recorded sick degenerates. You can't see that. You got to see that.